Aloha and welcome. I'm Marc and this is the Ultimate Guitar Show. We have an awesome show for you today. We'll be traveling to the Hawaiian Islands where I'll teach you a little bit about world music with a Latin flavor to it. I'll also introduce you to a great guitar player that lives on the island of Kauai. So sit back, set your DVR to record, and enjoy the Ultimate Guitar Show. It starts now. Who doesn't love a vacation? You can pretty much say the word vacation and people start dreaming. I was 3 weeks away from starting my touring season. I realized that I needed some rest and relaxation before traveling across North America doing Taylor Guitars roadshows. My wife Lori and I decided to head to our favorite of the Hawaiian Islands, Kauai. Lori was to fly out a couple of days before me to spend some time with our friend Wendy, whose condo we would be staying at. Knowing how beautiful the island is and the culture that surrounds it, I was definitely planning on some inspirational guitar time. Perhaps playing guitar on the lanai overlooking the Pacific Ocean. Whales breaching, cool trade winds blowing, and a lava flow collecting condensation on the table in front of me. Yes, with these thoughts in mind, I thought of you. I decided to bring my HD camera and my Pro Field Recorder just in case something cool happened that I could share with you. And it did. My flight was on time and uneventful. I landed at Lihue Airport just after sunset. I got off the plane to be greeted by the warm, humid air and the wonderfully fragrant smell of plumerias. Lori and Wendy were there to pick me up, and I immediately knew this trip was to be special. My first task after getting settled was to procure a guitar. I asked Wendy if any of her friends might be willing to loan me a guitar for the week I was there. Her friend Rick, who is the owner of Puka Dogs, was super cool and hooked me up, not to mention the tasty lunch at his restaurant. If you have never had a Puka Dog, do not miss it if you hit the islands. It's fantastic. Thanks, Rick. Wendy also had a friend that is a professional guitarist, and she wanted he and I to meet. I had no idea what to expect other than Wendy telling me his name was Paul. He had just finished his CD and he was really talented. After we were situated, we called Paul and invited him over for dinner. We had dinner, talked about music, listened to his beautiful CD, and then pulled out a guitar and took turns playing. It was really spontaneous and fun. After the jam session, I told him about my TV show. We decided we should jam together and capture it on film in the hopes it would be cool enough to share with you all. I feel as though it was. I had never played his songs, so just before we recorded, I watched him play his songs and scribbled out basic rhythm charts. I placed the charts on the ground so I could read them and provide the backing guitars to Paul's songs. I also hid my field recorder behind the centerpiece on the table, and that's why the sound quality is surprisingly good. The performances you are about to see are very raw and uncut. We did 2 to 3 takes of each tune and took the best ones overall. I really hope you enjoy it. The guitarist is Paul Sehone, and his website will give you much more information about him and his music, but suffice it to say he was a great guy, very talented, and a lot of fun to hang out with. We ended up spending the better part of our trip with him, even attending a private party at his house, and we became friends. That's one of the beautiful things about music. It brings people together. Many thanks to Paul for sharing his talent, time, and humor with us that fun-filled week. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Sehone, unplugged from the island of Kauai. Mahalo.